Hey Max, so this is going to be a quick-ish video just on our results that I said I would make the next day, and then about a week passed and yeah, we made it. Good job us. Yeah, I've been sleeping really well since then for obvious reasons. Oh yes, I told you, anybody watching, that I would talk about my superpower that I gained. For about 24 hours, anytime I looked at something, it would look like it was made of, like, puzzle pieces. So, like, I was convinced that the entire world was just built out of puzzle pieces. Everything looked like it to me, and no one, like, people believed me eventually, but no one else could see it, and it was just weird to me, because I was like, there's clearly these lines making up these puzzle pieces. So then we just decided that that was the most interesting but most useless superpower ever. So that happened. It was because I had been working on those puzzles for the past 2 nights before for hours at a time, and it was just stuck in my brain. And then I had some deep epiphanies about puzzles and the world. We were psychotic, so yeah. So basically, if I were to look at this picture, I would see this, and my brain would be like, how is that possible? How can that be made of puzzle pieces? But it is, so clearly there's an explanation, right? So anyway, results of our tests. Oh, if you would like to see, there's a link in the doobly-doo to find the tests that me and Max were taking for this study, and these are the results. So clearly there's no solid evidence of anything from these results, as from seen by the fact that my planning score was worse during my control before I had even stayed up at all, by the fact that my concentration went way down, back up, and then went all over the place, and Max's started high and went even higher and higher, and then went down and then went up again. Our memories both stayed about the same the whole time. There's no really conclusive evidence of anything. If anything, we can say, yes, our reasoning was affected a little, but there were a lot of problems with this scientific study. We weren't familiar with the test beforehand, so the increase in some of the scores could be put to the familiarizing as we went along, so that's a thing. Some of the tests we did were in different places, like at first we're at my house with no sound at all, and then with my mouse, and then I had to do it at Max's house on his computer with some noise around. There was some variation in the test atmospheres. The tests we were taking, I don't know if they're the most reliable. They are from Cambridge Sciences, but they were the free sample tests, so we should have taken a variety of tests. We didn't have multiple trials, we were caffeinated sometimes, and things had worn off, and the biggest thing was there was a difference. I'm itchy. The difference in our nights. My first night was really calm. Like, I was sitting and lying down for the entire night. That explains why my scores went down, because my brain wasn't active at all that night. And then you, Max, you stayed up doing probably more exciting things than me, so your brain was more active all night and you shot up your score. We can't compare to ourselves if we're just taking these little tests. We knew going in that it wasn't going to be perfect, but I was a little disappointed that we didn't get a single result. If we do this, when we do this again, we will have better tests. We did a good job planning for it this time. I'm not putting it to bad planning. I over-prepared like I usually do for things, and we just had bad tests, and there's no results for those type of tests, so things will change, and goodbye. Grenwards will be rebooting come next Monday. Be prepared. I couldn't even get myself to speak correctly for that. Be excited. Bye. There was a raccoon. I scared a raccoon away. Yay.